Hello. There we go. Okay, we are finally live here this evening. For some reason, the microphone did not want to work, but we are here, and we are broadcasting here from the virtual iRacing Indianapolis road course here this evening. So thank you all for tuning in here this evening, as they are currently under qualifying, changed up the way we did the start of the broadcast here this evening. So, fortunately, I got to go through some things here real quick for whatever reason. The sound for the what's going on here with the sound? Don't mind me here for a second. I got to move this out of the way. Huh. Okay, that's right. I don't know what's going on here. We do not have any sound coming through the iRacing. That's not working either. I know I've had this problem before with this thing. Oh, what we're going to go ahead and do here, while I figure this out, we'll go ahead and throw up the points here. We'll go ahead with the team points here real quick. That way you go ahead and get a little glimpse of what's going on. Coming into tonight, you got CRT Pulse Racing up into that top spot with 459 points. I can't multitask here. Trying to get the sound up for the iRacing. Right. So I'm going to take a break here real quick, guys. I'm going to get this fixed here real quick. It's something in iRacing. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back and I have figured out what the problem was. Alright, so we got CRT Pulse Racing up into that top spot with 459 points. We got Lunar Energy Racing there, 288. Second, Black Gold Racing in third with 279. With 271 and fourth, Teammate Motorsports. DBR is in fifth, 220 points. Gigabyte Racing at 140. We have Team iCar there with 125 in 7th. Joshua Osborne Motorsports in 8th with 120 with 97 in 9th. We got ARM in 10th. We got Mr. Rogers Racing there with 84 points. In 11th, IRR Team Argentina with 65. True North Racing in 12th with 64. And Legacy Racing there with 63 points. And that is the team points coming into tonight. As we go ahead and get down to the standings here coming into tonight, we got Edson Santos there in first with 187. In second, we got Lance Anthony there with 185. In third, we got William Rucker with 175. Daniel Ritchie there in fourth with 153. David Cook there in fifth with 146. With 126, we got Daniel... all blurry to me there. He's in fifth with 126, as well as Rick Raven there in seventh with 126 as well. In eighth, we got Bryant Edwards there with 120. In ninth, we got Bobby Blowers with 119. In 10th, we got Clabe Carter with 111. In 11th, we got Kalex Wetzel there with 107, as well as Joshua Osborne, who is in 12th with 107. Andrew Fay there is in 13th with 100. In 14th, we got Travis Rucker with 93 with 91 points. In 15th, we got Garrett Hagan. In 16th spot, we have AC with 81. I'm not going to say his last name because it doesn't look right up there on that font. In 17th, we got Aaron Hobart there with 78. Scott Watson there in 18th with 74. Can't make out that name there in 19th. He's got 73 points. I want to say that... oh, Mathis. I think. And same thing with 20th. The M is... I think that's an M. It's all confusing to me. He's got 65 points there in 20th. Alex Offenbach there in 21st with 49, as well as Andrew Farley there. 21st and 22nd, respectively. Kempis Simpson in 23rd with 48. Billy Smith there in 24th with 42. TJ Harden in 25th with 40 points. And rounding out the standings coming into tonight, we got Brad Adams with 38 points. As far as tonight goes, where they stand in qualifying right now, in the top spot, we got in P1 right now, currently, we got that 64 there, Raphael Dart. David Cook Jr. here in second. Kiffin D. Simpson here in third. Caught him just wrecking. Lance Anthony here in the fourth spot. And as far as the times go, with your top five, Raphael with a 1:11.743. David Cook with a 1:11.797. Kiffin D. Simpson with a 1:12.074. And Lance Anthony in fourth with a 1:12.546. And Victor, who is now in the fifth spot with a 1:12.650. Mathis Esquel, not going to say his last name, 1:12.884. William Rucker, seventh with a 1:12.952. Andrew Fay in eighth with a 1:13.795. And Bobby there in ninth spot with a 1:14.210. Rounding out your top 10, not on the track right now, but Everett Larson there, rounding out your top 10 with a 1:15.769. As they are wrapping up qualifying here, coming down to the last 10 seconds in qualifying. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry, I'm doing some draft talk here. As those that don't know, the NFL draft is going on currently right now. As the pick is in, so I'm going to go ahead here real quick. as qualifying is coming to an end, so we will go ahead and get them down to the starting grid here. Momentarily. All right, as we got about 14 seconds here to go before qualifying ends. Now I got to update on my phone, so we'll go ahead and take care of that later. Going down to the final seconds here, and we will go ahead and get them down to the starting grid because it won't show me the grid until the session is in the grid session, I should say. All right, go ahead and get them down to the starting grid here tonight. Starting on the pole, Raphael there in the 64 with a 1:11.743. On the outside, starting second, David Cook Jr. in that 71. Starting third in row 2, we got Tiffany Simpson. On the outside of him, the 52 of Lance Anthony. In row number 3, Victor in that 12 machine rolling off 5th. Mathis Esquel there in the 99 rolling off 6th. In row number 4, William Rucker in that 77, starting 7th. Starting 8th, the 28th of Andrew Bay. In row number 5, we got Bobby Flowers there in the 034 rolling off 9th. In the 01 rolling off 10th, Everett Larson. TJ Grove in the 38 rolling off 11th. Eli McDonald rolling off 12th. And that is your field here this evening. As they will be going green here momentarily, so we will go ahead and get everything set up. Waiting for everybody to grid here. Still got the top 2 drivers not gridded, and 13th, 14th, and 16th, and 18th. So wait. As I waited the entire time for them to draft a tackle. I mean, we did need a tackle, but still. That's what we want with 5. Okay. Everybody is gridded up here, and we will go ahead and get them rolling off here momentarily. Thank you all for tuning in here this evening. We have a standing start here tonight. And we are underway here, and we are already wrecking back there. Big pile up going on. Oh, we got somebody upside down. I think that might be... Nope, that was not. But Eli got some heavy damage there. TJ Grove off to the tow lane. And David Cook up in that top spot getting around. Raphael there. He had a big shake up there at the beginning of the race. We'll see here if they're going to throw caution or not. They usually don't. But with a pile up like that, they're right off the gate. As you got Victor here with the passenger side of his car just flapping around there. That part is going to end up eventually flying off onto the track surface. Travis Rucker here, currently in the 12th position. Started 15th, was able to get through that melee. I thought I saw somebody ahead of him wreck, but I didn't. Raphael there in second. Lance Anthony here in the third position. That 52 machine. Andrew Fay here in fourth. Got some company coming with the 8 there of Kiffin D. Simpson, putting some heavy pressure there on him. Well, I wouldn't say pressure right now. We're just out here for a joyride right now. We're only on lap 2 here of 40, but Kiffin going to drop down to the inside. And he's going to have that position going into the turn. Now he's got his eyes set on that 52 there of Lance. Kiffin is about 2.4 seconds back from Lance. We'll see how quickly he's going to be able to close that gap, as he's already able to close about 0.2 of a second off Lance there. Andrew Fay here, P5. About a second back from Kiffin now. You got to watch, because here comes William Rucker there in that 77. He's about 3.67 seconds back from the 5th position, but anything can happen. Especially when you got that clean air, nobody in front of you, and no pressure coming from behind you. As Matt coming down pit road, probably come down, get that fast repair on that machine. You got Billy Smith here in the 118 and currently in P10. Just looks like just trying to take it easy here right now in that B. Smith machine. Joshua Osborne here in the 07. Back here in the 11th position. Also got to keep an eye here. Lance Anthony is closing the gap there on Raphael. About 8.9 of a second now between the two drivers. We'll see how quickly Lance can get up to him and get around him. I am making predictions for the next NFL draft currently. But David Cook right now, but all 3 laps here, only has 37 more laps to go to complete the sweep here tonight at the Indianapolis Road Course. Do want everybody to know we are off next week. They are going to start getting ready for their Indy 500 here coming up here in a couple weeks. If I do remember correctly, let me go ahead and pull that up here real quick. Yes. May 1st is the Indy 500 qualifying here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. And then coming up here on the 8th of May is going to be the Indy 500. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do that one for them. I'm not too sure yet how this is going to work with my work schedule currently. We've been working almost every Friday. So we will see here momentarily within the next couple weeks how that is going to shake out here. It would be nice to be able to put that on for him. But we got the road course to get through here tonight before they go ahead and take on the 4 turns of the oval of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Probably should turn up my volume a little bit on my side here, my mic. So Lance has actually fallen back now to Raphael. He was about 0.8 of a second. Now it's 2.5 seconds back. But William Rucker here got some pressure going on Andrew Fay there for that P5 position. right now, William not close enough to make a move here going down into turn number 1, but I would expect if he keeps putting that pressure on Andrew, anticipate Andrew to make a mistake. That's my anticipation from William there, just taking it easy, waiting for the guy in front of him to make the mistake. Also got to keep an eye here on, well, Bobby was putting pressure there on Everett, but Everett is about 0.8 of a second. Oh, I'm on the wrong guy. Oh, that Bobby was 0.7 of a second, but it updated and it dropped all the way back to 2.5 seconds. So that is not going to be the battle that we're going to have to keep our eyes on. But Kiffin has caught up to the third place driver there, Lance Anthony. Lance, I think, maybe had a slip up there. And Kiffin thought about it. Not going to make the move quite yet. Locked up the front just a little bit there going into turn number 1. We got a 40-lap race here tonight. Not sure how the tires are going to wear here at the road course. I would expect them, to be coming down pit road about halfway through the race. I do not expect them to go the entire length on a tank. But I've been proven wrong before. As Lance getting ever so closer to that back of that 52 machine. Now right about 0.2 of a second. Now it's dropped to about 0.6 of a second. Go ahead and pull up. The driver drop down here and see the RPMs that they're running down through. Now they do have gears, 7 gears. I'm not too sure why it doesn't show up on here, but we can go ahead and do real quick as they're doing a battle there, side by side, going into 1. Kiffin, give him that position. You go ahead and do a cockpit cam here real quick, and you go ahead and see. Get a little lap here with Kiffin through the road course here at Indianapolis. Got all the way up to 6th gear there, down that straightaway, all the way down to 1st. Right now, being in P3, he's got his eyes set on the 2nd place. But more importantly, he's got his eyes set on the leader, who's currently 10.2 seconds ahead of Kiffin. We'll see how that's going to transpire here. Down the front straightaway here. See, they're hitting 170, possibly almost 180 miles an hour. Down the front straightaway, all the way down to 56 miles an hour. And that is a lap around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the road course. As Eli is able to get around Billy. Billy doing some shenanigans there on pit road. Probably made a pit stop. Probably had some damage to get repaired there. Go ahead and get back on Clave Carter there in that 43 machine. Currently in 11th. Started 14th, so up 3 spots from where he started the race. But David Cook showing everybody how to get around the track here tonight so far. As you can see there in your bottom left-hand side, those are the push to pass that the drivers do have available here tonight. They did start, if I'm not mistaken, with like 200 or 176. Yeah, 200. Bobby has not used one yet. And David Cook Jr. is already down to 132 here tonight. Still got a long way to go here. Andrew Fay here is starting to put pressure again on William Rucker. Bobby, you're putting pressure there on Everett Larson. So we got two battles here to keep our eyes on between Everett, Bobby, and Andrew and William. Definitely going to, right now we're going to stick here with the Andrew and William battle as they are battling for 5th and 6th spot. But we'll be definitely keeping our eyes on the Everett-Bobby battle. Whichever battle ends up being the closest, or whoever tries to challenge for the position first, we will definitely tune to them here. Look like every time I think it's going to be one person, it's not going to be that person because they end up falling back a little bit. But Andrew's now about 0.5 of a second back from. Ooh, big lock up there for Andrew Fay. Trying to get every inch out of that car, and unfortunately it's going to really cost him. Because now he is over 2 seconds back from William Rucker. Just like that, one turn. You definitely wrecked your race. Well, it didn't wreck his race, but it definitely gave him a setback. Right now, the only battle we got, well, closest battle we got going on is Bobby and Everett. But Kiffin here, still, this is the guy we got to keep our eyes on. Here in that P3 position. Started 3rd, currently 3rd. But had that little mishap at the beginning of the race there at the start-finish line. Oh, no. Our 3rd place driver just wrecked, and I think that was Billy Smith, who just went to pit road. Oh, unfortunately for Kiffin, that is going to require a mandatory pit stop if he can get there. Not sure if he can get there or not. Might have to tow. William is up to 3rd. Love that little throwback Wrangler scheme there that he's got going on for Magnolia Laser. Change the camera up a little bit here for everybody. See the bridge there? You can't see through it, but it's there. As we just had somebody off there, off into the grass. And we got another one taking the long way around. That was Dave Carter out there doing some mowing here tonight in that 43 machine. Apparently he found a spot there that the grounds crew was not able to mow before the race, so he was able to get out there and take care of that for them. So we do appreciate that, Clay, for getting out there, making sure that that lawn is nice and chopped down. Looks like, no, that was not Victor. Lance Ooh, is that? No, that is not William Rucker. I don't know who that is behind Lance Anthony. Almost got in the back there of Lance. Not sure entirely who that was. I'm trying to get a... There it is, Victor. Here in that 12 machine. Bobby, once again, is putting pressure there on Everett. We got a driver coming out of pit road. It's going to be awfully tight here for these guys. As you can see there, they do get options on the tires they run here. And the top 4 are on the red tires. I think that is the softer tire compound, if I'm not mistaken. The white tires are the regular compound tires. So your top 4 are on the soft. William Rucker is the first driver who's on the normal racing tire. He is currently in P4. Keep our eyes here on Bobby. About a second back from our 6th place driver. All right. Back up to the front here. David Cook Jr. has led all 15 laps here tonight so far. Already down to 74 push the passes left to go here. But he does have a 5.75 second lead over a 2nd place driver here. Raphael there in that 64 machine. He's still got 128 push the passes to use. Lance Anthony down to 113 as his push to pass options. And he is currently sitting about 20 seconds, almost 21 seconds back from the leader. William Rucker here in the 4th position, that 77 machine. He got 161 left to use here as far as the push to pass goes. He is sitting 31.449 back from the leader, or 10.5 back from Lance Anthony. And Andrew Fay here rounding out your top 5. He's still got all his push to passes to use. And he is 42 seconds back from the leader, or 10.4 back from the 5th place driver. I do appreciate all the fans tuning in here tonight to Extreme Racing TV for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour for Season 3, race number 8 here tonight at the Indianapolis Road Course. Get back up to David here. Definitely making some marks there, getting that dirt all over the track there. Coming out of, I think that's going into turn 2. Not turn 2. Turn 14, I believe that is. And he's definitely coming up on some lap traffic here. Victor here 2 laps down in that 12th position. But, you know, he's trying to catch up to that 43 there, Clay Carter. That will be a battle for... Whoa! He almost caught him all right. Victor. Good avoidance there by Victor not to get in the back of Clay Carter. Really drove it in there. And that is very easy to do. For those that haven't been on a road course before, or maybe you have and you're better at it than me, that was very easy to get your braking zone off. And it does not take much to be that far off to where you do something like that. Or you do like I do. You just send it straight into the wall. As Raphael is coming down pit road, your second place driver, making his pit stop here on lap number 19. I wonder if he's going to go to the regular compound tire and finish the race out. So we'll see here how that changes up here. Definitely let you guys know. See who else comes down pit road. Lance is not coming down pit road. He's staying out here for now. So you see their pass there with Clabe and Victor. Victor was able to get around Clabe Carter. And now Lance Anthony is going to be able to do the same thing around the lap car. And now trying to hunt down the other lap car there of the 12 of Victor. Andrew Fay getting around Raphael. He's coming out of pit road after his service. And yes, he is on the regular compound tire now. He should be good to go for the remainder of the race. David Cook Jr. is now down pit road. See here if Lance Anthony elects to come down pit road or if he's going to go ahead and stay out a lap. The lead. If I'm not mistaken, they get a bonus point for leading the lap as Lance is staying out. We got to keep our eye too on William Rucker here because he's only about 9 seconds back from Lance. So there's a possibility if Lance has a slip up, he comes down pit road this time, that William might be able to overtake him before he gets to the start finish line. But either way, one of them are going to end the streak there for David Cook Jr. on leading every lap here tonight. He's led all 19 so far. He's definitely not leading lap 20 here tonight. Lance not coming down pit road, so he will definitely lead this lap here. And, if that was correct, he got over 181 miles an hour there down the front straightaways. We got Victor there doing some more mowing there down through turns 1 and 2. Everett here once again trying to put pressure on the 6th place driver there, the 99 of Mathis. Raphael is in 3rd. William Rucker is on pit road. We'll go ahead and come down, get service on his machine out here, 21 laps, so a little over halfway. Gonna come down, get 4 fresh tires on that car and get back out here with those 4 fuel goods and come out here and finish the race here today. As Andrew Fay is going to go do the same thing. His pit stop is just beginning right now. Yes, here comes Lance Anthony as well. He's going to come down and get his vehicle service now. And that should give the lead back up to that 71 there of David Cook Jr. Victor towing it to pit road. Had an issue. Now David Cook has retaken the lead here. We'll see how much of a lead he's going to have over Lance Anthony. As Lance is still making that slow crawl down pit road. He might even lose. Yes, he did lose the second spot to Raphael. I don't think he's going to lose the third spot, though. No, not even. Well, it might be close. No. It ain't going to be close. I'm looking at the wrong driver. So, yeah, Lance is going to be all right there. He's got about a 4-second gap over the fourth place driver there, Mathis. David Cook still got about a 7-second lead. He lost about 3.5, 4 seconds over Raphael. And remember, he pitted before David Cook, so that just could be the extra lap that he had on the. David's back on the soft tire. Your driver on the red tires as of right now, David Cook Jr., Lance Anthony here in third. Mathis there as well in the 99 here in the fourth position. Tiffany Simpson here eighth. Was able to get that fast repair done, get back out here on the track. He's only 1 lap down. He's also on the soft tires. Joshua Osborne in the 07 here in the 10th spot, and Victor, who's on pit road. Drivers on the white tire, or regular tire, as they call it. Raphael in second, William Rucker fifth. Andrew Fay in the 6th position. Bobby Flowers there in the 7th position. Everett Larson in the 01 and 9th. Clay Carter in the 43, who's coming back down pit road. He is 11th. And Eli McDonald. I don't know if he had a farm, but he is currently in P12. And we still got 12 drivers on lead lap here. Eli McDonald, your last driver. Take that back. We got 6 drivers on the lead lap. Oh, we had 12. Must have just updated on that. I do apologize for that misinformation on my end. We have 6 drivers on the lead lap. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers, 1 lap down. From Bobby in P7 all the way to Joshua here in the 07 and P10. 2 drivers, 2 laps down. Eli McDonald, Clay Carter. Clay Carter's got a black flag that he's going to have to come down and serve here. I would expect him to come down this time and go ahead and serve that black flag penalty. David Cook still got the best view in the house. He's got front row viewing of the entire track here tonight. You can go ahead and do a quick compare. Well, as you see there, Clay Carter's coming down pit road as well as Victor. No, not Victor. Another point out. Ooh. That William Ruff? No, that's not William. Eli McDonald. There we go. So Eli and Clave coming down together here, and their pit stops. I was gonna say, what are the odds that their pit stops are right next to each other, but there's actually a pit stall in between them? Dave Cook Jr. definitely ate his Wheaties today. Been out here getting that work in on this track here tonight. He's so dominant. He's led 23 laps here so far tonight. Raphael there in the 64 in P2. He is roughly about 8.4 seconds back from our leader. Lance Anthony here in third. He is 33.5 seconds back. 25 seconds back from second place. Andrew Fay getting around the 99 there, who's still on pit road there. Mathis. They'll put Andrew up to P5. Mathis a lap down as Bobby's able to get around him for P6. Kiffin getting around him for P7. Here he comes out of pit road. There's definitely a hot one in here tonight, folks. I'm not driving. I'm sweating. Good thing I'm not out there on the track. I can only imagine how I would be right now. Now he's got his eyes set on Kiffin here. Now this is a battle for position. Even though they're a lap down, this is still a battle for position. This is a battle for the 7th spot. And those that are just tuning in, or maybe you missed it, it was lap 5, lap 6, something like that. Kiffin unfortunately had a mishap with one of the lap cars. He was running P2 or P3. And unfortunately had an incident take place, took him all the way back to P8, had to get a tow, come down, get a fast repair, and now he's back out here on the track, currently P7, only a lap down. So he must have been able to get that car back around the track, because if he had to tow, it would have been about a 3-4 minute tow. Now I'd like to know how they do that. How do they tow without throwing out a caution? And then again, we don't want one of those because the caution lap around here is turning. There, Mathis, Kiffin, trying to hunt down the 034 there of Bobby. That'll be a three-way battle for position. 6th, 7th, and 8th, all right there in your picture. David Cook is in a different zip code. He even might be in a different state by now. Definitely a different zip code with Raphael here. Still about 8 seconds back. Nothing, you know, too crazy. All that can be wiped away in one turn. I think we saw with Kiffin there. Had an incident with the lap car. Sent him way back. don't like the fact that every now and then I get a packet loss showing up on my iRacing screen here. They can't put me in pit road because I'm not driving. Up here in the broadcast booth, virtually broadcasting here from the comfort of my own home for the Indianapolis Road Course here tonight for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour race number 8, season number 3. As far as the track or the weather goes here at Indianapolis, right now we got air temp at 85, winds right around the northeast coming out of 5 miles an hour, northeast, east. No humidity, no fog. It's partly cloudy out there, but it looks mostly sunny. As far as the track info goes, this is a road course. It's about 2.39 miles in length. We do have 14 turns. The track temp is sitting at a whopping 95 degrees. It was well over 100 in practice, so they have more grip now than what they did in practice. As far as the race summary goes, we got 30 laps completed, got 10 laps left to go here tonight. 2 lead changes. Per usual, road courses hardly have cautions, and tonight's no exception here tonight. No cautions here. Your top 5 coming down to 10 laps to go. Well, actually 9 laps to go once David crosses the start-finish line. David Cook Jr. there, P1. Raphael there in P2. In P3, we got Lance Anthony. In P4, William Rucker. And rounding out your top 5, 1 lap down, Andrew Fay. Now we are officially down to 4 drivers on the lead lap. Still keeping an eye out here for a potential battle out here on the track. Now about 0.8 of a second back from Kiffin. He had it about 7 to 6/10 of a second earlier. Now he's got it down to about 6/10 of a second. Not quite able to do anything with it yet. Looks like Kiffin's going to be able to get a little bit of a gap now over that 99 machine. Well, actually, as I say that, down the front straightaway, Matt's going to go ahead and take that over. Put him up to P number 6 for now. Looks like Kiffin was trying to do a little sneak peek there going into 1, but he thought better of it. It is currently 9:26 Eastern time here tonight, folks. This race has flown by already. Like I said, we're already down to the final laps here tonight. Kiffin still trying to put the pressure back on that 99 there. Still within striking distance, about 5.5. Well, now it's 7/10 of a second back from the P6 driver there, Matheson at 99. See here if Tiffin can go ahead and close any ground here going into turn number 1. Hard braking zone. He was able to close about 3/10 there through turn 1 and 2. Vance here in P3. Got nobody in front of him, nobody behind him. William Rucker is about to have some company from Everett Larson. Go ahead and do a gyro here with Everett. Everett having the same issues I have. They're blinking out there just a moment. I missed it when it happened, but I caught it there on the broadcast when it looped through. Here's trying to get some stuff done on my side towards the end of the race. Camera angle. Everett got some pressure there. Well, Everett's putting pressure on the lap car. I think that's Victor. No, Victor is smoking on pit road. Somebody might want to let him know that is not legal to do in any sporting event. David Cook Jr. still last of the field here, down to 4 laps to go here tonight at the road course here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. If you want to learn a thing or two, hold David Cook Jr. He'll show you how to get around a road course. Keep it the table with my arm. Keep forgetting the table's there and I keep whacking it. Get back here, we got potential battle brewing here with 99 and Andrew Fay. Mathis is trying. Oh, that might have been my side. Not sure about that. Might have been. It could have been Mathis, but I would not have been surprised if that was me that dropped out for just a second. Oh, trying to get a little comfy here. Gonna finish out the 2.5 laps that David Cook Jr.'s got to go ahead and drive around this track. Now it's down to about 0.8 of a second. The battle for P5 Brewer. And 2 laps to go. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to catch Andrew. Well, as I say that, he was just able to close quite a bit there. He went update just under 0.5 of a second now. And we still got 2 laps to go. It's one thing to catch him. It's another thing to pass him, especially on the last lap. Doesn't look like he's not going to have what it takes here to get to Andrew Fay and make the pass. Right now, the only thing he can hope for is Andrew making a mistake as we are down to the last lap here tonight. David Cook Jr., all he has to do is go ahead and complete one more lap around the track here this evening. Coming down to the start-finish line, David Cook Jr. is going to grab the victory here tonight at the road course at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Raphael grabbed second. And Lance Anthony here if he can make it around. Complete top 3 here this evening. William Rucker's going to finish P4. Andrew Fay 5th. Mathis 6th. Bobby 7th. David Cook Jr. is going to come down the front straightaway. Go ahead and I thought he was going to burn it up. No, maybe he's thinking about it. No, now he's just going to go ahead and do, there he goes. Going to go ahead and burn it up here on the front straightaway here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Grabbing that victory here on the virtual road course. Making a claim here for the next 2 weeks. here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour that this is the guy to look out for coming into the Indianapolis 500. But we're going to go ahead, folks, step away, see if we get our top 3 up here in the broadcast booth. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. I have found the top two, well, actually top three, but actually only two of the drivers. So what we're what I'm going to do is go ahead and start with our P3 finisher here tonight, and that would be that 52 machine of Lance Anthony. Get him up here in the broadcast booth. Well, Lance, P3. Obviously, didn't want to finish P3. You wanted to finish P1. But go ahead and talk about your race here tonight at the road course at Indy. Kind of, the kickoff to a 3-week period here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I'm so excited to finally get this, our quote-unquote month of May started. And I struggled tonight on speed-wise, but very happy to finish third. The race itself was pretty boring from my seat. I wasn't fast enough for the top 2 or 3 guys there, but I was a little bit faster than everyone else, so it kind of just led to 40 test laps for me, but that's okay. The tires were interesting. I think guys were kind of split on the start on whether to run blacks or reds, so I think that kind of made it interesting from the first stint at least, but after I got through the first 10 or 12 laps, I kind of knew I was going to go back to reds on my second stint. They fell off pretty hard, but lap time wise, but feel wise, they weren't all that bad. So yeah, at least we had something to kind of make it interesting. David dominated, so sorry for all the folks at home. We'll try to do a better job next time.
Well, I mean, it's road course racing. It's kind of one of those things. No matter what, you guys are going to get spread out. And we still had quite a few good battles going on throughout the entire race. Other than we got to figure out what happened at the start of the race. What happened back there about mid-pack? Do you have any insight on that, or do you have to go back and investigate that?
I'd have to go back and see. I was busy trying to avoid chaos at the front. I got a really good jump on Kiffin, and I think whoever qualified on the pole. They kind of got a little bit of a rough start, and so I was trying to keep my eye on them, and somebody was diving to the inside. It was crazy, just pure chaos. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and see, but yeah, it was pretty wild.
Well, it wouldn't be a road course race if it didn't have a wild asterisk next to it. But like you said, this is a kickoff to May. You guys are, first week of a 3-week stay here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Next week, you guys are going to go ahead and start your qualifying for the Indy 500. Kind of give your expectations going into that coming up here on the 1st of May.
It's going to be fun. I think as of right now, we have 39 cars entered, going for the 33 spots. So there's going to be some drama. For me personally, I should have enough speed to make it in the field comfortably, I would say. Last year I fought for the pole, but came up just a teensy bit short. I'm going to run a bunch of qual sims this week to prepare, but honestly, with the talent we have, if I can make it in the top 9 or 12, I would be pretty happy. I think that's pretty realistic, and I can win, compete for the race from there. But obviously, the farther you start up, the better you're going to avoid a lot of the mid-pack chaos. So that'll be the goal. If we can fight for the pole, hey, that'd be awesome. But there's a lot of talented guys that are going to be pretty tough to beat.
Yes, definitely looking forward to seeing how all that shakes out here in the next week. But until then, Lance, you got a P3 to celebrate here on the road course version of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate here your P3 finish, any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you bounce and celebrate here tonight?
I just want to shout out everybody in the league. Everyone got along tonight. It was great. Even though I personally kind of got screwed by some lap cars, from what I've seen, everybody did a great job of slow guys getting out of the way, the fast guys, and no drama this week. So shout out to everybody. Thank you, as the league admin. That makes it great. But other than that, shout out to sponsors: Crown Athletics, Magnolia, Laser, B Smith Maintenance, and Freehill Farms. And thank you to you for broadcasting us every week.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad that when the internet and shit works correctly, I'm able to do it. So definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store here coming up here in the next couple weeks. But until then, Lance, you go ahead and celebrate this P3 here today. I know it wasn't easy. Enjoy it, and I can't wait to see you back out there on the track here for the 500. Until then, enjoy
Absolutely.
this one.
Thanks, sir.
All right, and that will take us to our winner of the race here this evening. That would be that 71 of David Cook Jr. Get him up here in the broadcast booth. Well, David, you dominated here tonight at the road course here at Indianapolis. Go ahead and talk about your race here tonight. How was it? How did it feel? And give some insights on, your little tricks of the trade there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I was just try to get the best possible start I could. I knew those Kiffin and all those guys would be right up my tailpipe, so I was just hoping to get the best start I could and best clean possible turn one and just go from there and hope I could build up a lead and try to do the best I could from there and just stayed on top of the brake pressure the whole race and made sure the nose kept pointing where I wanted it to point and yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Everybody was very clean. Thank you to everybody that when I came up on them, they moved over and everything, very respectful. So yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, you alluded to that. Lap cars being respectful to you, giving the room and space, and you know, kind of not interfering in your race and your run. Kind of talk about your election attire between the red and the black. Was it just based on what you did in practice that you elected to go with the reds for the entire race, or just based on how the race was going, you elected to stay with it?
Yeah, I think that was the toughest thing about the whole race was trying to figure out what tire to use, and it was in the qualifying. I felt like the red tire had just enough, or alternates, had just enough speed that the black would just not be able to catch up speed wise at the end, and the red tire would just always stay on top. So I decided to go ahead and with the red tire, and yeah, luckily enough, it did. I was kind of worried that the primary would come on at the end there, but yeah, we chose right, I think.
Yeah, I think you definitely did. Usually when you win by over 8 seconds over the field, usually you made the right decision there. And you definitely were in a different zip code here tonight on the road course. But now we start to transition over, to the oval side of things here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Starting here on May 1st, you got the qualifying coming up here for the Indy 500. Um, what are you looking forward going into that? And what they say about qualifying, it's just qualifying, but still, having a good start going into that race means everything. So, what are you looking forward going into next week, even though it's just qualifying? What are you looking forward to going into that here next? What is that? Thursday, I do believe. Yeah, next
Yeah,
Thursday.
then Thursday. Yeah, just I'm really excited because I know for the Indy 500, everybody's going to be bringing their A game. Everybody's going to be practicing as much as they can, and you're going to be getting the best of every single driver possible on that day. And qualifying is just going to be the best of everybody too. So, really looking forward to it. I'm going to have to stay on top of myself, practice a lot too, and yeah, I was in the back of my mind tonight because the Indy 500 is definitely the one I think we all want to win.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely one that you put your stamp on and, definitely brag about for the rest of the season to all your fellow drivers out there that, hey, I won the biggest race of the year and this and that. But still, I mean, you won here tonight. You still got a victory to celebrate. But before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate and start prepping for that qualifying here coming up here next Thursday, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give, David, before we go ahead and let you loose and celebrate your victory here tonight at the road course?
Yeah, thanks to you, man. Extreme Racing TV, awesome broadcast every time. I watch it after the races, and you do an awesome job. So thanks to you. my family. They always support me, no matter whether it's my sim racing or real racing. They're always by my side. Appreciate them. Lance Anthony, he's did my paint scheme. I always appreciate him for doing that for me. So kept my car looking good. And yeah, just thanks for everybody watching tonight too. Hope we put on a nice show for everybody.
It was definitely a good show. And you definitely dominated here tonight, David. And looking forward to seeing what you got in store for them coming up here, not only for the qualifying, but most importantly, the Indy 500. But until then, celebrate this one here tonight and start this weekend, start prepping for that qualifying coming up here on the 1st of May. But till then, enjoy this one, and we'll see you back out there, hopefully, for the Indy 500.
Thanks so much, man. Everybody watching, all the viewers, make sure you guys are keeping your eye on the Indy 500. It's going to be a big one. We're excited, so let's try to get as many fans out there as we can.
Oh, yes. If it's anything like last year, there will be a lot of people out there. So definitely getting prepared for that one.
Thanks, guys. See you tonight.
Yep. See ya. Alrighty, folks. And that will conclude the interviews here tonight. Unfortunately, P2 was not able to get up here in the broadcast booth this evening. So we will go ahead and get down to our final stats or standings, as they call them, pending any admin stuff, which I don't think they're gonna have to do that here tonight. It was pretty cut and dry here tonight. David Cook Jr. dominated here, finishing in the first spot. I don't know, well, he started second. Raphael there in second. He started on the pole here tonight. Lance Anthony finishing third, started fourth. William Rucker finishing P4. He started back in seventh. Andrew Fay finishing fifth. He started eighth. Finishing sixth, Mathis Esquel. He also started in the sixth spot, so same spot. He started the race here tonight. Bobby Blowers there in the 034, finishing seventh. He started ninth. Kiffin D. Simpson finishing eighth here tonight. He rolled off third here this evening. Everett Larson in the 01 finishing ninth. He rolled off 10th. Joshua Osborne in the 07 finishing 10th. He rolled off 13th here to start the race. In the 11th spot, we got the 73 of Eli McDonald. He started 12th. The 43 of Clave Carter finishing 12th. He started back there in the 14th spot. Victor in the 12 machine finishing 13th. He started the race all the way up in 5th. The 118 of Billy Smith finishing 14th here. He started 17th. Travis Rucker started where he finished here tonight in the 15th spot. R.C. Grove finishing 16th. He started 11th. Edson Santos finishing 17th. He started 16th. And David Cook Sr. finishing 18th. He started 18th. I don't know if he started or not, but I'll have to go back and look at that. But that will conclude the I don't want to do that. That will conclude the festivities here tonight. Is that not going away? That's very weird. All right. Well, I got a bug I got to fix here. But folks, it's been a great race here at the road course. And like I said, next Thursday, they're qualifying here for the Indy 500 on the oval. And getting prepped for May 8th for the Indy 500. But until then, folks, stay tuned. Tune in on the 8th of May for the Indy 500. Take care of yourselves and each other, and have a good night and great weekend.